In the world of The Legend of Zelda, the Triforce stands as the ultimate symbol of power, wisdom, and courage, an artifact created by the three golden goddesses to shape and govern the fate of Hyrule. But what if I told you there's something more than these three forces? Not something visible, but something lurking in the space between. The Triforce represents creation itself, the coming together of distinct forces that give rise to reality. But in every creation, there must also be the absence of it, an inverse that defines it. What if the empty space within the Triforce, often overlooked, holds a deeper meaning, a reflection of nothingness, a concept just as important as creation? A concept is an abstract idea or a notion that hints at the existence of a person, place, or thing. For example, the word he is generally used to describe males of a species, but there is the implication that in order for a he to exist, there must be a sexual or social opposite to the term that gives it defined meaning. Her, they, them, not all concepts have opposites or inverses, but within the narrative confines of storytelling, maybe these clues have always been apparent. Good and evil, light and darkness. These dualities define the world of Zelda. They are two sides of the same coin, eternally bound to one another, each unable to exist without its counterpart. The Legend of Zelda presents us with these binary opposites, but the spaces between them often go unnoticed. There's been a term floating around the Zelda community regarding the Triforce, and that's the Tetraforce. Those who subscribe to it believe in a fourth piece of the Triforce. In The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, the Hylian shield was adorned with the crest of Hyrule. Sounds like a completely normal thing, right? Well, oddly enough, there was a fourth triangle present on the shield. Devs have never hinted at the extra triangle on the shield being a Triforce piece, and unceremoniously enough, that design has not been used since. One could easily write the fan theory off as being wrong, but what if they were onto something? If the Triforce is the representation of creation, then the void within its three pieces must symbolize the lack thereof. In a sense, it represents the unreal, the absence of form and function, an idea that has long been hinted at but never fully explored in the lore. However, in The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, we are introduced to a new antagonist who embodies this very concept, and its name is Null. In Echoes of Wisdom, we meet Null, a primordial being imprisoned by the creation of Hyrule itself. Null is not just another evil force. He is the antithesis of existence. While Ganon seeks power and domination over creation, Null represents something much darker: uncreation, the erasure of existence. His motives are not driven by greed or desire, but by the yearning to return everything to nothing and leaving only itself. Creation and nothingness are not enemies, but eternal companions. One cannot exist without the other. The presence of the Triforce symbolizes the potential for life, order, and meaning, but that very potential implies the existence of an opposite, the void, where nothing exists and everything can be undone. Stories like these remind me that it is important for us to live our lives in appreciation for what we do have, and also remember when we did have nothing. For it is our tribulations and our joys that give life meaning and its purpose. So, guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a second off the cuff without writing this stuff down, just to give my honest opinion about the game and the direction that they decided to go with. As far as Null goes, this game is so unassuming, and he feels like a character that should be in something like a Twilight Princess style game. It doesn't seem like he should show up here, but I like the fact that Nintendo decided to do this. It's a pleasant surprise. Seeing the Golden Goddesses actually speak and show up as themselves instead of having a representative in their place is actually really, really cool. And I would love for Nintendo to give us more of that. So this changed the landscape of Hyrule itself and the history that's already been established. You know, we used to have games that just gave us the origins of the Master Sword. They gave us origins of series villains, but not really giving us the beginning. You know, in the beginning we knew that the goddesses created Hyrule, but this is actually giving us a reason for why they decided to create it. Whoever is over at Nintendo, I want you to please continue to be so creative until it makes us sick. Have fun with these games, but also give us great gameplay. Like I said before, this game is unassuming, it's entertaining, it's extremely fun to play with. You know, I've had that just because the game is cute doesn't mean that, you know, it's gonna be fun. They just think that it's some cozy game. And in all honesty, I played every Zelda game. Every single one of them are pretty fun because they're unique. They're their own games, but they're still Zelda. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you managed to make it to the end of this video, shout out to you. I really have a hard time with closing out anything that's not an essay, but I also didn't want to make it sound like I wrote everything out. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me. I'm gonna be doing more videos. I'm trying to get better at this. I just want to let you know I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. Thank you again, guys. Till we meet again.